Okay, this is another separation spell. I think I uploaded one similar to this a while ago. I'm not 100% certain. I know I've done plenty of these, but I'm not sure if I actually uploaded it to the channel. So it's a black candle, and I have black and red yarn. Black yarn is fine. It's just I have one that goes from black into red, which I really like. I like the colors. So I've put on the candle their names. I've put break up, separate. I've also put some oils on this candle, separation oil and hate oil. Um, so these little dolls, if you can see them, they're little worry dolls, male and female, and I have baptized each in the names of the target and the client's ex partner. So, um, so basically, I will light the candle and it will all burn down along with the little dolls. And then with the residue, I'll put that in a black cloth and I'll bury that somewhere very far away in a negative place. I have the perfect spot for that. But anyway, as I was saying, I've used the yarn and I've tied knots 7 times. There's 7 knots there, and I've tied knots. And for every knot, I've stated, I've made like a statement of intent. You hate her. She's getting on your nerves. You don't want to be with her anymore. The feeling is getting stronger. You're going to leave. You're going to break up. I like to keep it very direct and very strong because, we want this to happen as soon as possible. So that's what I do. And I have the photographs and their dates of birth here. And underneath this bit, I have the petition. I will push these photographs, dates of birth. Sorry. I will push them. I'm going to use a candle holder actually because that's going to fall. Yes, like I was saying, I will push them to the side because this is very temperamental. So, candle and paper, it's a recipe for disaster. But if I put this in a candle holder, I think everything will be fine. So yeah, that's really it. It's an effective little spell. It's quite easy to do if you're familiar with knot magic. And you can just use these tiny little worry dolls. If you aren't able to do, obviously I can't use bigger dolls on this because the candle's small and bigger dolls will be more fire, etc. So this is just perfect. So that's the breakup, and I do have a reading. I'll just put this to the side. A little reading regarding the situation. Okay, let me see. That was that way. Okay. This reading is with regards to the couple themselves that we're trying to break apart. Key card is the cross. That's a card actually of instability. It can mean separation, unhappiness in their relationship together. I see over here the Sun card, which is all about happiness and love and great things shining down on you. But the scythe is telling me that's there's going to be a swift cut. It truly looks like they're really having issues. I see the woman. That's you, because the birch is coming up. The whip, should I say? He's beating himself up over this woman, and it's not her. It's you. I think this guy has regrets, a lot of regrets, but he is stuck in this vicious circle. And these circles, as you well know, are very, very hard to break, especially when family is the dominating party. It's not the first time I've come across this. It's actually quite frequent, and it has to be things done in the mundane world too for these situations. I know I'm talking quite, cryptically, but I'm sure you know what I mean. When marriages are arranged and stuff, etc., it causes a lot of upheaval, and like I said, because families are involved, it is very difficult to break that cycle. Magic can of course do so much, but when something is ingrained in you and in your family, that's quite hard to break free from. It's certainly not impossible, but it's just to say that a lot of people, I do get a lot of messages with regards to this situation. It's not every case I'll take on, because those, to be honest, they're difficult cases. They're very difficult cases, and a lot of it has to do with family pride and, you know, uh, not wanting to walk away. Do you know what I mean? Because of the shame to the family. So that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that magic cannot help this situation. Of course it can. But I'm reading into him at the minute, and I'm seeing that he has a lot of issues with regards to where he's at now, and a lot of regret, by the looks of it. So I'm hoping that this breakup, will come to pass. By the look of it, I think things are in a good place between them. They're on shaky, rocky ground at the minute. I can clearly see that. It's just given this situation a push into the next level and stuff. So I haven't heard from you in a while. Please email me back and let me know how things are going. I'd be much obliged to hear from you. And I'd like your feedback on this reading, of course, because I want to know if you can, if it resonates with you. So basically, that's what I've got. For everyone else, it's thehouseofmagick@gmail.com, and you can leave whatever message you have in the comment section. Please just give me a little while to get back to you. I've been very busy, so I have of late, and the internet, of course, has been a bitch to me lately, and of course I'm having a few issues trying to get videos churned out, and I really want to put all my time into spell work, which is the most important thing. And when I devote that time to everyone, they deserve it. So I just want to say that if I promised you a video, you most certainly will get it. Just please bear with me. I don't like it when people become quite dominating with me. It doesn't sit well with me. So I don't mean to be rude or anything. I just don't like it when I'm being pushed into, a couple of days down the line, where's my video? It doesn't work that way with me. I've got stacks of people in front, and they have to come. I do it in a certain line. So everyone will get their video. That's my promise to you. And I ask anyone that's getting a spell done, please stay focused and positive. It's very important. When you get into that trap of negative thinking, it's the wrong place to be. Another thing is, please don't count the days. If I say I'm doing it working over a 21-day period, please don't count the days. Don't count 1, 2, 3 up into 21, and then you think results are coming. I keep explaining that to people. Again, I don't want to be rude or anything, but it doesn't work that way. I've said in the videos prior to this that the spirits don't operate with regards to timelines. All I can say is that what you need to do is keep yourself very positive and don't rely on counting days. What you need to do is take on these little visualization exercises. See in your mind's eye how your life, how you want your life to be, say 6 months to a year down the line. Really focus on that and use all the senses. See everything as if it has already happened. For women, if you want to be married, whatever it is, in your mind, go into all that detail of what you want to happen. What's your dress like? What's your rings like, etc. But what I keep saying is, if those negative thoughts keep creeping in again, cancel them out and put a positive affirmation or a positive thought there, and it'll take you out of that rut. Because these negative patterns, they really, really do not help when you get spells done. They truly don't. Successful spells, in my eyes, are people that put it to the back of their mind as best they can, and from there on, they don't count the days and stuff. And I'm getting a trend lately for results coming through in the 2 to 3 month mark. Some cases that, to be honest with you, even I was a bit, I wasn't certain. And I'm actually blown away with a few of the, the results. Also, many people ask me about, testimonials and what else is it? Do I have any testimonials and stuff? I don't put testimonials anywhere. I don't have a Facebook page or anything like that. I refuse to do that because testimonials can be they can be made up, they can be bought and stuff, and I just prefer to do my own thing. It's not for me to try and entice you to work with me. I started this not expecting this to take off, and it did. And my mind, I'm blown away by everything. But I don't feel, and I need to prove to you, if you're drawn to me, then go with that. But I just don't want to put out testimonials, and another thing is success rate. I don't measure a success rate. I haven't time to sit down and work out stats. Some people tell me they have their result. I hear from people, like I said, 2 to 3 months down the line, they've got their result. Some people you just don't hear from again, and some people it's just not for them. To be honest with you, at the end of the day, if you're breaking up a couple, it's difficult. And also you have these protector spirits I've mentioned before, and it's having to get through all that and all the rest and break down the walls and stuff. And it's not an easy task. A lot of people, I'd also like to see a lot of people, they wait too long to get a spell done. If you're having issues, I encourage you to do a spell right away, because if you leave it too long, basically things will just go downhill. And if you come to me and expect me to fix that, it's it's putting a lot of how can I put this without sounding really bad? What will happen would be you've left it too long and you're shifting the blame onto me if something doesn't go right, which is really unfair. And I see that a lot in spell work. People would, people just they cross themselves up by constantly worrying about this not working and stuff, and then you tell them a quiet period from the person to detach and not to contact that person for a while, and then next thing I get a message saying, oh, we had a fight, we had a blow up and stuff. I had to phone him and I had to tell him what I felt and all that. And what's the point? And you don't take my advice. Not everyone's like that. The majority of my clients are really nice people, but I just want to say that don't leave spell work to the very last minute, because like I said, the time thing, spirits don't work. In my opinion, again, it's only my opinion, spirits don't work, with regards to time. They work in their own time, divine time, So it's just some food for thought. And I'm not being rude or anything like that. I just want to state that, because I'm getting a lot of people asking for these testimonials and asking for success rates and stuff. And please don't go by that. Anyone can say that they've got an 85 to 90%, 95% success rate. How do you back that up? You can't. There's some great witches out there. That's something I'd like to do, actually, probably in a few videos time, is to basically say what witches I actually like on YouTube, because there are quite a few. Well, not quite a few, but there are a selected number. So yeah, I wouldn't mind doing that. So anyway, if you have any spells or anything that you'd like to see a demonstration of, feel free to leave it in the comment section. For this client, please get back to me. If you have any queries, questions, it's thehouseofmagick@gmail.com, and I'll bid you farewell.